Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. We're having a good morning. Hey Reguy, and everybody else who is here. Alright, today's gonna be a short stream. I'm only gonna be live for maybe a few hours until I have to leave. So I wanted to do some elemental sort today. Heavily requested. I haven't played this class in a while. You know it's been a while because my build is old. This is something I ran maybe 2 weeks ago. Probably at least 2 weeks. I don't even have Stoic on this. So we'll run this starter build, and then if I die, or well, when I die, I'll probably modify the build to be more up to date with what we currently have been using for our kits. Although I will say, considering how old this kit is, it's pretty much exactly like I would usually put it. I think the only change is I would consider swapping Aegis out for Stoic. Everything else is probably fine. I'm not sure if Sorks are using Seeker nowadays. I know I liked it in the past before the nerfs. Well, Seeker never got nerfed, but I liked it before the Sorcerer nerfs. Everything else is good, though. Maybe I would add 5 Elusive if possible. But, yeah, everything else is solid. Yeah, we'll do some warm-up games. It's been a hot minute since I've done any of this. I am going to use concussive bulbs instead of keys. Just more for my own personal testing, and we'll kind of see how that feels, too. How do you fight Hammer, Merc, as Polearm? You don't. Have you ever played Rock, Paper, Scissors? You're playing scissors into his rock. It doesn't work. Hammer, Merc counters Polearm and Shield. It is a counter. It is probably one of the hardest counters in the entire game. I'm not sure if there is a worse matchup for any other class in a 1v1 setting. Like, Hammer, Merc is just... It is just supposed to beat Polearm. Blessing? I think Blessing was better. I think Blessing was better before the nerfs. After the damage over time got heavily nerfed, I'm not sure if you want that anymore.
If you wreck my tent, you're giving me yours.
If I had to choose the best 1v1 class, what would I pick? Shadow Strix. Always. There is no technical better theoretical class than Shadow Strix. Have a bad matchup. All your matchups are at worst, you know, just kind of even, I guess. But yeah, you don't have any bad matchups in Shadow Strix. Every matchup is pretty much favored for the most part. Yeah, I haven't played Elemental Sork in... It's been a while. Curious how these games are even gonna go, to be honest. Hard to imagine they're gonna go super well, but we'll see. I mean, the last time I played Sork was... This was pre-Wither Knight buff as well, so Wither Knights are going to be scarier to fight, and it's Elemental. And Elemental's not the strongest Sork build, it's Stardust. So I'm very curious if I can make this work. Yep, I mean, that's kind of the good thing about Shadow Strix. You can make, even if you do, like, lose a fight, you can always run and reset and then try to fight them again. They don't really have, even if they have a theoretical bad matchup, they can always run or reset, so you don't really have anything like the Polearm and Shield does. Because as a Polearm and Shield Wither Knight, you don't really have the mobility to get away from Hammer. You're kind of even. So you end up in a spot where you're kind of forced to fight him, and that's not good, because you just will die. Oh, it's a Merc. Are you ready for the first death of the day? You think I can beat a Merc with Elemental? I don't really know. I think Merc is good against Elemental nowadays after the nerfs. Oh, he's gonna have the Stack Slash ready. We have to wait for that cooldown. We cannot fight him during his red sword or we'll die 100%. So yeah, if you're not aware how Merc works, when their sword turns red, it means they have charges of their stack slash. You do not want to fight a Merc until his red sword is gone. So I will fight him, but I have to wait until that cooldown is gone. We want both of his charges to be used up. His sword is still red. Still red. Yeah. Very, very important you do not fight mercenaries that are using stack slash during that period of time. Very, very important. If you do, I'm telling you straight up, he will just murder me. Cannot let him get free stacks. I tried to get in there. I almost melted that bird. Almost. I tried to go for a cheeky little stealth play. Almost. Maybe Polearm WK. They're really not like that hard to kill. You just need to wait for their it's a practice thing. There's nothing I can tell you that'll make you just beat them. You have to practice. If you want to hard counter them, you can play Hammer Merc. Hammer Merc just deletes them. Because you can't play the game. Every time you do anything, you get stunned. It's a busy lobby. Like 5 people already. Alright, he's a decent merc. You can usually tell how good someone is if they dodge the invis flame blade. There's a rogue or Sork here, invis. I know that Sork was there earlier. All my Shadow Strix builds are up to date. The nerfs slash buffs did nothing to the build. It's completely the same. Yeah, when they buffed Wound, it was completely there's no change. It's exactly the same as it was before. Frenzy is still just better. I just heard someone over here too. Not sure where they are. Maybe we just go back to the Merc and the Sork that was over there. I was gonna see if I could find the range shear in that Merc that we're fighting, but yeah, we'll just head back to that other spot. Oh, okay, this is a Sork that I was looking for earlier. Oh, the elemental sword. I can't believe he got that parry off.
Hurry up and ring it. Ignore the junk up ahead.
There's so many people here. Oh my god. This is so crazy. For a first game, this is just insane. Oh, I'm so rusty, but we did it. We killed him. Yeah, I didn't have time to jump there. I was focused on dodging his attacks. The jumping wasn't possible. Yeah, I haven't played Seer in so freaking long. Oh, man. Oh. Alright, well, at least we lived and killed him. Yeah, I used an energy potion during that fight. Probably saved my life.
Quickly, follow those butterflies to our woodling friend.
Level 5 gems. There's not a specific one. Whatever you need to fill out your affixes for the bonuses. Man, only one horn used in that fight too. Which might have been greedy. I had to make a choice during that fight. I had to either use the horn or I used a energy potion. And in my mind, I was thinking energy pot would make sense. I figured if I used an energy potion, you know, they like, you know, just the extra attack damage would be better than, because like the health isn't going to do anything for me if I have no energy. I think that was the right call. I skid so. Welcome, man. How you doing? Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised that we survived our first game. Honestly, with how hectic it was and how many people there were. Yeah, I 100% thought, yeah, 100% I did not think we were going to survive that. Yeah, don't forget, Sorcerer has been nerfed multiple times, Elemental Sorc in particular. Our damage has been nerfed, our damage over time has been nerfed, so Blessing is nowhere near as good as it used to be. They also nerfed our Eloquence, so we don't get as many hits. Like, our hit stuns are longer. There's probably more that I'm not thinking of, but those are just a few of the nerfs that we've had since. They also nerfed our Ice Crystal cooldown. Yeah, a lot of small things that add up to a much weaker overall class, I would say. Adds our timer. Just Twitch's default settings. Pretty much whatever Twitch forces out of the streams, pretty much. People realize you have the W key mage relentlessly. I mean, I think people have always known that. It's just that people are better today than they were 2 weeks ago. Bolts are getting buffed. Getting buffed in the future. Because lightning still is bad, from what I've seen. I think when I lose this kit and I remake a Sorc, I don't think I'm going to grab Skypiercer. Skypiercer, I'm not sure if it's enough of a bonus to require jumping. Like, I almost would rather just grab 2 more Valor, because look, the damage is only 1.5% different. So I'm losing 0.1% damage. I mean, I'll still jump, because jumping is still good for combat. But I'm not sure if you need Skypiercer. Because again, you can just grab the extra Valor, and you're not really losing any damage. It's kind of a minor enough benefit for what it gives you. I might end up dropping it when I remake it. Well, you always want to be jumping. I'm just not sure if you require Skypiercer or not. Because some of the abilities I have, I don't want to be jumping. Because I have the ability to dodge while casting, and when I do that, I don't get any bonus from Skypiercer. So I'm just losing damage when I do stuff like that. It's also kind of hard to jump and then Flame Blade too, so I'm losing damage on that one as well.
Always poking around everywhere, aren't you? My brew recipe, though. That's classic.
Yeah, I think you just jump for, you know, for the sake of having a general advantage, but I don't think you have to. I don't know if you need Skypiercer for purple. That might be more of a legendary affix to round out your build.
poking around everywhere, aren't
Need a specific tab for gems? Yeah, we do.
That's
Yeah, the
clever.
gem tab is pretty atrocious. Or the fact that we have none. I'm honestly just gonna... I'm almost to the point where I'm gonna just vendor all my gems. Well, I think the build would benefit more by dropping Skypiercer and adding 7 Valor and 7 Eloquence at the very least. Because then I still get the damage that I'm missing out on Skypiercer, but I also get access to a slightly faster casting speed, which increases my DPS, probably better than Skypiercer does anyway. Hi, Cap. I do not speak Russian, if that's what you're speaking. No idea what you're saying, man. No clue. Range is not very good. It's the way that it works, it's really not great. I think it's the weakest. I think it's I think it's a bait affix. Like, in theory, you'd think it'd be good for a range class, but in practice, the way the effective range works, it only is good in very specific ranges, and it really doesn't feel like it does much for my builds whenever I use it. I mean, I'm not planning to play Lightning. So, never, at least for now. Yeah, not really planning on it. Elemental Arcana's Lightning effect is useless for solos. There's no reason to play Lightning. It does damage to nearby enemy players, so it's only really even made for trios. The Elemental Arcana does nothing. I would just be getting no effect. Doesn't even make sense to use it. Like, it would have to be OP for me to use it with no elemental effect for this build. No replacement? What do you mean? No, it's light. That's just Lightning's effect, Mr. X. If you play the Elemental Arcana, has a different effect depending on what element you're using. And if you're using Lightning, the only effect that is possible is dealing damage to nearby players, or it does some kind of effect for like teams. There's no benefit for solos. So you're just wasting your Elemental Arcana completely. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to bother. Hit twice. I mean, I can reread it, but I'm pretty sure it only works for trios. Yeah, it's pretty much a ricochet type effect. Yeah, that's a good way to word it. It works for trios if they have, you know, teammates nearby, but in a solo 1v1, the lightning just isn't gonna do anything special. Yeah, I mean, even if it does some minor thing to another player in a 1v1, the fire is just better. Surprised I haven't seen anybody yet. Last game was, like, packed. Well, every thunder has the same effect. That's how Elemental Arcana works. It's based on the type of spell you're using. Same way that my Fireball does the same fire burn, Elemental Arcana, that Flame Blade does.
The barrier has been
Even if the
lifted.
damage is different, the effect is the same, because that's what Elemental Arcana affects. It's based on the damage type, not the moveset. That's why all freeze spells always freeze. Crystal Ice Bolt and Deep Freeze in particular. Yeah, I'm good with fire, Rubber, so I don't want to play. I don't want to play lightning anyway. I think after this game, I'm gonna theory craft that new build and modify some of my stats. You threw away an elemental holy staff to play lightning. It's terrible. Yeah, I know it. I know it's not good. I wish it was viable, but
Quit standing around and ring the charm.
this is how it's gonna be, huh? I guess I'm dead. That Wither Knight was, like, dead, too. Dang. I was gonna try these concussive bulbs. I think they're just not as useful as keys. If I had a key in that last fight instead of the bulbs, I probably would have killed that Wither Knight already when he was low the first time. I know Wither Knight had his own personal bodyguard, yeah, something like that. Oh, he's still here.
Just keep running around in circles.
I just messed up my invis. Guy's relentless. Alright, I guess we're gonna be running for a while. I don't have enough DPS to kill a Reverence here. I think this matchup is impossible with my nerf damage. I don't think I'm supposed to be able to kill Reverence here on Elemental Sork. His damage is legitimately too high for me to burst down because he has free healing. There's nothing I can do. I think this matchup is... I think they've made it impossible for me. I think they actually goofed this matchup up because Reverence here is too strong for solos. There's no way. I cannot DPS him down. It's not possible. I don't have the damage. Yeah, I'm dead. There's nothing I can do there. I literally do not have the damage for that. He out heals it. By the time I run out of energy, he's still full HP. I hit him with everything I have, and it's just not enough. I don't think I can win that. I think he's actually invincible against Elemental. That's super gross. Yeah, that is like, it's an impossible fight. There's nothing I can do. I mean, he has 7 horns. I cannot possibly out DPS that. There's no way. That matchup has to be impossible. I mean, that matchup was hard before the nerfs. Reverend Seer has always been favored against Sorcerer already. Yeah, maybe Stardust is more favored there, but Elemental just does not do enough damage. No. The legendaries is not the problem. The problem is Reverend Seer is insanely strong. It has too much healing, and I don't have enough energy to possibly DPS him down. There's nothing I can do to win that, I think. Also, I know. What's up, man? Yeah, I think my only play against Elemental Sork, or I'm sorry, my only play against Reverence here is to run the other direction. I don't think we can fight them. There is no way that matchup is possible. Yeah, we just can't fight Reverence Ears. Reverence here has been OP for weeks now. This isn't news or anything. But yeah, but yes, Elemental Sork having their damage nerfed into Reverence here that has not seen any changes is not even that's not even reasonable. If I run Deep Freeze, I guess, but Crystal Ice Bolt is so much better against melee because you have it ready to go and you don't have to worry about casting it. It feels like by the time you get them down to low HP, they use their insta heal, and now you have to sit there and fight them again after they've now restored back to full health, and you have no energy to kill them, and now the fight is over, and you can't win. You have no anti-heal in Sorcerer's Kit that I'm aware of, so the Sorcerer just out-heals all of your damage, and then you just die. I have no idea how you're supposed to win that reasonably. It doesn't even make sense. The matchup doesn't... It doesn't, like, the matchup doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. I have no idea how you're supposed to win that. No wonder people aren't playing Elemental Sorc when you have matchups like that. You wonder why people aren't playing that class. Why would you play Sorc when you could just play Shadow Strix that does the same damage as Sorc? Actually, it does more damage than Sorc, but it has almost no energy cost because you can just spam left click. Like, you wonder. You wonder why you don't see this. Oh, that's true. Anti-heal wouldn't stop tier anyway because they anti-cleanse. That is true. That is true. Yeah, we just can't ever fight Reverence here unless we go play the meta Stardust Sorcerer. But we already know Stardust Sorcerer is strong or OP. This isn't really news. I wanted to see if this would work, but my god, man. My god. Hey, thank you, Noah, for the sub. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. How have you been doing, by the way? What have you been up to? Let's see. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Should move 1 stat into Eloquence, I think. Noah, did you ever end up changing jobs, or did you pretty much just decide to stay where you're at? Have you done anything? Done anything there? I know you had talked about swapping, and then you were pretty sure you weren't gonna move. I wasn't sure if you ever changed your mind, or if you just, you know. Man, remember earlier when I said that Hammer Merc versus Polearm and Shield Wither Knight is probably the hardest counter matchup in the game? I think I stand corrected. It might be Reverent Seer versus Sorc. I guess the only caveat is that you can just run away forever. But I thought I could maybe out DPS him with him eating 3 hits up the ladder, but that still wasn't enough. Maybe that's the hardest matchup in the game. I might honestly, I might be wrong. You're the last guy there. Oh, did everyone else is gone? So you get to do what you want full time now? Well, that's nice. Glad it worked out for you. Which I assume we're on the same page. That Stardust Sorcerer is just strictly better than Elemental. Is there any reason to run Elemental? at the current moment, or is it just pretty much Stardust or bust? 'Cause I can't really think of a reason to run Elemental while Stardust exists. Oh, they're even giving you a raise too? Oh, that's good. Wow, that worked out. If you really want to reach the ceiling of Elemental, you have to play Deep Freeze and Ice Bolt. You think so? Wait, so do you think Flame Blade is bait? You just don't run Flame Blade at all? Is it the energy cost? Can you refreeze over and over again, or is there some kind of diminishing returns? If I freeze someone with Crystal Ice Ball and then immediately freeze them with Deep Freeze, does that work? Or does it have a limited amount? Yeah, maybe... Man, I really didn't want to drop Flame Blade. I really didn't, because I feel like it's a cool part of the build. Because otherwise it just feels like you're just only spamming Fireball. I kind of liked having the Flame Blade, but... You might be right. And honestly, the Flame Blade also was really good against, It was really good against, like, the Block Mercs, but Block Merc isn't even a real threat anymore. Doesn't even matter. I mean, your Fireball goes through their damage anyway, so it's not like you need it. And no one plays Block Merc. Pretty much. So maybe it doesn't matter. You can keep freezing if you space out your stacks. Yeah, well, maybe that's what we'll have to try. Now, do I have the damage lich to kill... can I kill a Reverent Seer with Deep Freeze and Crystal Ice Bolt? Because isn't that still like a damage problem? I don't know where the damage is coming from to fight them is the problem. Do I just accept that I can't kill Reference here? You can probably kill Rev with Deep Freeze Flame Blade after 5 resets. Oh, yeah. I was afraid you were going to say something like a bunch of resets to make it happen. Okay, let me rephrase my question. Is there any feasible way that you can burst down a Reverent Seer and kill them before they get their healing done? I'm guessing the answer is probably no. I don't think you have the energy to do it, even in Legendary, to kill them in one go. I was kind of afraid that was going to be the case, but I'm pretty sure that is... I think that is right. Alright, we'll try the Deep Freeze build, I suppose. I really wanted to keep Flame Blade, but... I just don't think I can. We'll see how this goes. Oh, here, I'll share the code as well if any of you want it while you're here. Yeah, well, it seems like the general consensus is that if we want to have a better chance of killing Reverent Seer, we have to play Stardust, not Elemental. It seems like that's the general way. That's currently the issue that that's the issue at hand, is how do you yeah, it's how the hell do you fight them with your more limited damage pool? Is Curse better, Lich? You think so? What would I drop for it? Maybe Aegis? I thought Curse wasn't good for Sork anymore because they nerfed the dot. Are you sure Elemental still wants to spend 5 points in it? Is the freeze duration enough? Curse is still good for freeze. Okay. Yeah, because I was under the I was under using Curse for Elemental, but then I saw people talking about the fact that they nerfed you know, the damage over time, so the Curse doesn't quite do as much as it used to. Best way to learn the game, just play it, man. There's no better way than to just play the game yourself. The learning curve is pretty steep. A lot of Reverend Seers running around, huh? Oh god. Is Reverend Seer gonna become the new meta? I was kind of afraid of this happening. Might actually be dead. I was trying to gun down that, No, I almost got him. I wanted to kill the Reverence here first. I wanted to get him out of the game. I really wanted to get him dead and then focus on the other guy. I kind of screwed myself there. But I knew I couldn't kill the Reverend unless I got him out of the game first. I almost pulled that back though. Okay, we'll try the Curse build. I don't regret that play. That was definitely the right call. You just gotta get... I just need to kill him first. Because if the Reverence here recovers and he wins, I can't win the fight. I have to do that first. I think that was a good first attempt, though. I do like the extra freezes, Lich. That does seem good. Yeah, I do like that. Alright, so I guess we'll throw a Curse on our build. And we'll modify it again. I'll just drop Aegis. I probably don't even need a code, Lich. I think I'm already good. Just this website, I already have the old build saved, so I'm pretty sure I can just instantly import this. But yeah, that was the right call. I think we always try to just get the Reverence here out of the game. The right call. All right, yeah, we'll do Curse. Well, smiting is not going to be good for this build. 90% of Sorcerer is shooting at the ground to hit their feet. So you can't really use smiting without just wasting... you're just wasting affixes at that point for no reason. You're not a Wither Knight that can just execute for free energy gain. That doesn't really work. That's why I have energy potions. This doesn't work that way. Yeah, I was hoping I would be able to reset that fight a little bit easier after the Reverence here was dead, but this is what it is. That's okay. Oh. Okay. So, Valor, Eloquence, Stoic, Elusive, Curse, Vitality, Valor. Okay. Take 2. Now I can try this out anyway. Elemental Seer legitimately does not have the damage to kill Reverent Seer in one go. You will run out of energy and then you will die. They have too much healing. There is no way you can burst them down in time. You have to whittle them down over the course of a long drawn-out fight where you're pretty much going in and trying to get them to waste their heals until they run out. Believe me, if I could run in and instantly kill one and know that I could out DPS them even after they use their free heals, it wouldn't be a problem. This build does not have enough damage. Elemental Sword just, even with Vitality, it's not enough. Yeah, it's a matchup thing. It's just, after Elemental Sorcerer's nerfs and Reverent Seer has been unchanged, the matchup has really, it's gotten a lot harder. It used to be the case. I used to be able to kill Elemental Sorcs because I had enough damage to do it. But after the nerfs, and, you know, Seer staying the same, it's gotten a lot harder. Yeah, I've tried Skypiercer before. I don't think Fervor is not really worth it for a kit like this. You would want Strife, not Fervor. Sorcerer doesn't attack fast enough to benefit from that. At least I don't think you do. I think Fervor is better for classes like Rogue with dual swords. But yeah, even with Skypiercer, the damage still is not enough. I think I would need something like 30% more damage in order to safely get a Reverence Seer down to 0 without running the risk of having no energy left before the fight's over.
The disordered souls are spreading. Do not let them remain lost for too long, Guild Hunter.
Does Crystal Ice Bolt charge at a Seer during their Paralysis Curse? Do those curse hits count as a hit for... I don't know if that counts. Best build for 1v1s? Shadow Strix. It's been Shadow Strix for 3 weeks now. It has not changed. It is still the best class. Oh, speaking of, that was actually a misclick. Yeah, speaking of Shadow, if I could beat this Shadow Strix, that would be insane. He is supposed to beat me, like... He should be winning this, I would say, at least 9 out of 10 times. And that's without the Berserker aggro to me. Oh my god, he's already on top of me? Uh-oh. Oh, I'm just dead. Shit. Berserker made me waste so many dodges already. I'm actually probably... Dude, the Berserker... Why is the Berserker on me? Please! I actually almost killed him, too. I almost killed him there. But the Berserker maybe wasted 2 dodges and then killed me. Oh my god, why? Why, Berserker? My god. Thank you, game. Thank you. Berserker. I hate my life. Thank you. Berserker screwed me so bad, I can't even... God, man. Did it even aggro the rogue at all during that fight? I don't know if it even did. Oh, yeah, Berserker OP, I guess. Berserker OP. My goodness. Holy weapons, just go to the auction house and buy them if they happen to be available. Sometimes they're there. Also, I'm in a Discord server that will sell them. So I've just bought them from people. Lich, that was Trey, I'm pretty sure. I almost killed him. If it wasn't for the Berserker just griefing me, I actually might have won that. Lich, do you like that they still haven't nerfed the Shadow Dash Bunny Hop or Rogue? Do you like how they still haven't nerfed that? Still waiting. Okay, well, Hammer Merc should be free. If I lose the Hammer Merc, then I guess I just suck. Where'd he go? The mobs just hate me today. They really do. These mobs just hate me so much. Goodness. They said Bunny Up was supposed to be fixed last patch, but it wasn't. Oh well, yeah, that's why I was annoyed when I realized that Rogue, they just didn't nerf the mobility like they said they would. I did get kind of upset. Michael, I'm not even sure if it's worth playing Elemental Sorcerer at this point. There are so many better classes that you can play. I legitimately don't know why you would play this. You don't do anything special. Everything you do expends a lot of energy, and your damage is worse than Shadow Strix by a mile. I don't know why you would play this over I just don't know. I think half the game's roster is better than Stardust Sword. You could also just play Stardust Sword and actually have fun. Do well, too. Well, I'm not really, I really don't know why you play Elemental. I don't know, it feels like everything you do is just worse than other classes. I think if I had to rank Elemental Sorc, I would probably put it in B tier, just slightly above Hammer. I don't think I could rate it any higher. Now, Stardust Sorc is not B tier. Stardust Sorc is S tier. But Elemental? I have no idea why you... I don't know. I guess because you want to have fun, I guess. Recommend Stardust Sorc. I mean, if your choice is if you have to play Sorcerer, then yeah. I wouldn't recommend Elemental Sorc. I mean, really, I wouldn't recommend Sorc if you want to play the best class. But yeah, if you're gonna play Sorc, play Stardust. I see. Welcome. Yeah, WK or BA are definitely better choices. Oh no, I don't know. Never mind. Actually, well, BA is definitely better than Elemental Sorc, but it's worse than Stardust Sorc. BA is somewhere in the middle between those two. There's no shot BA is worse than Elemental Sorc. I see probably 5 times the BAs than I do Stardust, or than I do Elemental Sorc. I think I fight one of these classes maybe twice a day at most, and it's always the same exact guy. It's the BC every time. I never see anyone besides him playing Stardust Sorc, I swear. I'm sorry. Never see anyone besides him playing Elemental Sorc. There we go. No one else plays this class. I mean, the answer to what... If you're going to ask me what class should you play, the answer is always going to default to play Shadow Strix. There's no reason to play anything else in the game if you care about only playing the strongest class. There are other S-tier classes, but Shadow Strix is still the best. For now, at least. For now. Hey, Nathan. Oh, it's going okay. Pretty much struggling just as I expected, trying to make Elemental Sorc work. Nothing really shocking here. There's a reason I've been avoiding playing this. And I've been telling people actively to not play this class. But people still wanted to see it, so... Polearm and Shield and Greatsword are even. You can play either or and it's fine. They're both A tier.
Ring the chime. Don't keep our woodling friend waiting.
What class is S tier? Shadow Strix, Reverent Seer, and Stardust Sorcerer. Oh my god, I'm out of energy. I'm out of energy already. Oh my god, now he's still. Am I just gonna? Am I actually might just be dead? Oh, we can do this. Okay, we're good. My godness, man. The energy. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright. We killed him, but that doesn't feel good. Not really happy about that. Your fireballs, man. Fireballs use a ton of energy when you consider that it's your main damage point. And the light fireball attacks, like you don't have time to use them when someone's on top of you. So your energy bar just depletes itself so fast. Yeah, Greatsword is very good now. It is. I mean, it is the fireballs. My other stuff doesn't use that much energy. Crystal Ice Bolt uses a hair, and Deep Freeze uses about the same as a fireball. It's 100% fireballs. Yeah, you only have so many before you have to reset, but in solos, easier said than done. I mean, I see the energy, Mr. X. There's nothing else I'm casting. I mean, the energy isn't depleting itself magically. It's not like it's, you know, just disappearing. That's a lot of energy, man. That is a ton of energy to use for a fireball. I get, like, what is it, 7 fireballs before I'm out of energy completely. And remember, melee classes get, what is it, 4 dodges? So 4 out of my 7 fireballs are basically guaranteed to miss. If I was Stardust Sorcerer, it wouldn't be a problem, because I could insta-cast Invis and I could always get away for free. Or I could insta-cast Meteor Charm and hit people for 70% of their health total. But Elemental does not have that luxury. I don't know where you report teamers. I just report them in game. I'm not really sure if there's another spot for it or not. You don't have time to quick auto when a Merc is on top of you. That's the problem. If you do the quick auto, it conserves energy, but you don't have time to do it when someone's on top of you. You kind of have... Because the small auto does not stagger. Whereas other classes' autos do. So if you do the small attack, what'll happen is you'll just end up getting hit instead. So even though you'll gain some energy back, it's too much, it's too much incoming. Even if you wait for people to dodge and release, you still don't have a lot of energy before you have to... Because you kind of have to kill them in one go. Again, this is an elemental issue. Stardust is very different. It's just different. You don't have the same survivability that they have. Honestly, all this talk makes you want to just play Stardust Sword. Maybe that's the play. Maybe we just don't worry about Elemental until some more game updates come out. I think this build, I think this class setup is just not worth playing. I mean, Elemental Sword used to be my favorite build in the game, or at least it was one of my favorites. Now it just does not feel fun.
Quickly, follow those butterflies to our woodling friend.
Do either we play Stardust Sword, or I think we just hash it up to unplayable for now. I mean, I haven't had server issues in a while now. I'm surprised people still talk about them. My server issues have been pretty much non-existent. I mean, I get some here and there, but it's nowhere near enough that it, like, hurts the game. Best sort for group is just trios. Yeah, it's just trio play. Alright, what do you guys want to see? Do we play Stardust Sork? We already know it's strong. So do we play that? Or do we just play a different class? I wouldn't mind playing more, Polearm and Shield. Wither Knight. I have wanted to play more of that, since people have been asking me if it's good against Greatsword Wither Knight, and I haven't really played it since they buffed it. Well, I'm not playing Thunder Sork, that's for sure. Thunder Sork is just the worst version of Fire Sork, which is already terrible. Yeah, I guess since they're nerfing Stardust in a couple of days anyway, we'll just move on from this class. So yeah, we're just not gonna play Sorcerer until whenever more updates come. We'll just move on from the class. At least I can say I tried it, but that was pretty damn miserable. Yeah, so at least whenever someone asks me if I should... Whenever someone asks, should I play Elemental Sork, I at least have an answer for you now. The answer is no. The answer is no, do not play it, unless you hate yourself. So at least we have that going for us now. What did we last? A whole hour? Yeah, a whole hour. Nice. Yeah, Lich, I mean, do you think I'm wrong? Is there legitimately any reason to play Elemental Sorcerer right now compared to, you know, the other classes that we already know are strong? Because I just can't, I can't see it. I can't see how or why you would bother playing it. I don't know if there's something I'm missing, but it definitely does feel that way. Well, it's not really having fun, because it's not fun to play a bad class and die because a class is bad. Maybe you have fun doing that, but I definitely do not. Might have different opinions of what is fun, I would say. Yeah, my version of fun is not playing a bad class and getting killed because of it. So we'd have different opinions there. Playing Elemental without Biss is troll. Is that what you need to make Elemental work because of the damage scaling? You just have to play complete Legendary Biss to make it work? Yeah, that sounds about right. I think the damage has pretty much taken down one gear threshold from where it used to be. I think purple is pretty much where blue is now, like pre-patch, and legendary is what purple used to be. Maybe that's why, because of how much damage you lost. It's probably somewhere even to that. Probably about a full rarity. I will tell you straight up, if when they nerf Stardust Sorcerer, if Elemental Sword gets caught in the crossfire, straight up, I don't think Elemental Sword's even going to be playable. If Stardust Sword gets, I'm sorry, if Elemental Sword gets even any more nerfs at all, I think the class just goes into the garbage bin. So. That's true. That's so true. Yeah. Yeah, Reverence here is about to be everywhere pretty soon. You are absolutely right. Patch is supposed to be sometime in the next couple days. I would assume it's probably same time as last week. Reverend is ranged. Blasphemer is melee. Yeah, Blasphemer or Seer is not the problem. Blasphemer or Seer really is not OP at all. Yeah, that class is not... I mean, it's
I
decent,
hear
but it's not OP.
The voices of the souls lost within
By
the
any
soul
means.
cocoons, crying out for the path home. Go and liberate them.
Yeah, Notorious. We're gonna play with our Polearm and Shield now, yeah. I wonder if the devs know how strong Reverend Seer truly is in solo play. I think when Rogue finally gets nerfed, if Reverend Seer is untouched, the game will become nothing but Reverend Seers. Because honestly, Rogue is the only reason I don't like to play Reverend Seer, because it's annoying to fight them. But I think that's the only reason that I don't really like to play it. That's my prediction, at least. My prediction is off. I think Reverend Seer is OP. Oh, I do. I think Reverend Seer is one of the top. I think Reverend Seer is top 3. I'm gonna assume it's Elemental or it's Stardust work. I'm just never gonna assume anyone is ever playing Elemental. Yeah, 100%. It's... This is not possible with them camping in that spot. If he wants to fight me, I'll actually have to wait for him to leave his little hidey spot. Can't fight him there. I guess we'll just sit here and wait. That hit? I cannot believe that landed. I thought 100% that javelin was missing. I just kind of threw
The
it
barrier
to,
has
like,
been lifted.
try.
You're faced in this floor.
I am really surprised that landed.
Hurry up and ring it. Take your junk over here.
That missed? Damn. If that hit, I might have killed him. No, javelin kick, I've decided, is just not worth it. Way too gimmicky. Better to have other... It's better to have two free talents elsewhere. I would say WK is A tier right now. I think that's a fair place to put him. The balance is closer than you would think it is, but just not quite there yet. We're getting there. We're very slowly getting to a balanced spot, but we're just, you know, we still have a ways to go. I don't know where that rogue went. Probably the rogue leaving. I can't get off there in time. Yeah, I think Shadow Strix, Reverend Seer, and Stardust Sork are top 3 classes at the moment. The only classes that I think are B tier is Elemental Sork, and then followed by Hammer Merc at the bottom. I don't think any other class is B, and I think everything else outside of that is A.
Quickly, Follow those butterflies to our woodling friend.
Dagger Rogue is extremely strong. It's probably just about on par with sword, maybe just slightly weaker. Trying out instead of kick. Damage with execution, and I have Thorn Grab talent to slow them as well. Yeah, if Bad Karma worked on Sword and or worked on Polearm, that would be insane. Probably would be OP, to be honest with you. Black Arrow can't be B tier because good Black Arrows wipe lobbies. The class is 100% still A. It doesn't matter if a class is harder to play. If the class is still performing well, you see way more BAs than you do Hammer Mercs or Stardust or Elemental Sorks. If you go through my streaming VODs or my videos, you see a lot of BAs still. Class is not anywhere near as underplayed or bad as people claim that it is. I still see a lot of them, at least. Kind of hard to put a class on B tier with how many BAs I see still. And a lot of times when I do fight them, they're like full inventory with, you know, 3 or 4 silk threads running around. So they, 100% they're still wiping people. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you really want me to put BA in the same tier as Elemental Sorcerer? That would be legitimately insane. That would be crazy. Elemental Sorc is so much worse now than BA is. Now, I will tell you, I do think that Stardust Sorc is still general. I don't know. Stardust Sorc is 100% S in trios. I think in solo, Stardust Sorcerer, I think it's still better than BA, generally speaking. But I think the balance might be a little bit more in solo than trio. Like, I'm definitely not as scared of a Stardust Sorcerer in solo than I am in a trio setting where you have multiple Stardust Sorcerers all exploiting your team. I think there's a clear power differential between the two modes, I think. Well, a class getting hard countered by Shadow Strix in solo is just the story of every range class's life right now. Technically, Reverence here can defend themselves against Shadow Strix, but it's hard to kill them. But, yeah, Sorcerer and Black Arrow, the bane of their existence is Shadow Strix by far. It's so hard to fight them. Duos would be nice. As long as there's no duo stacking, that would be good. I don't want to go into duos and see 2 Stardust Sorcerers, but yeah, I would like to see that mode added. That'd be nice.
I'm considering whether to charge a merchandise tax. Keep doing that. It'll help me make up my mind.
Well, you shouldn't. You shouldn't fight Sorcerer or Black Arrow in the big open area unless you have some sort of cover. Because if Black Arrow hits you with bleed and you're in the middle of the open with nowhere to go, you are just going to die. Hammer Merc is not going to get buffed in solo because everybody seems to agree that the class has so much super armor. I think if you've buffed Hammer any more than it was right now, Hammer Merc would have to be completely redesigned. Because right now they can hold super armor for so long, I don't think Hammer Merc is really that good. But if you did buff it, it might become oppressive. You do have to be very careful of what they do with the class, because it's already good in trios as well. So if they further buff Hammer, it could become a balancing problem. And that, again, that's just because of how much super armor they have access to. Trying to dodge, but it didn't work. Yeah, Hammer Merc, yeah, tricky is a good word for it. It's very hard. Because you have to be very careful. If you make Hammer Merc attack too fast while maintaining the current super armor the class has access to, you could create an unstoppable tank that just beats every other melee class, or every class in general, because everything they do can't be staggered out. Yeah, it's hard to say. Yeah, Hammer Burst can spam some of their abilities without really expending much energy, so they get to kind of do that a lot. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Two-handed over sword and shield. They're both viable. Play whichever one you enjoy playing. You really can't go wrong. Polearm and Chill Weather Knight is actually pretty good against BAs. Rogues and this build in particular. If I was Greatsword, this fight is way harder. Polearm and Shield is really hard for them too. I think those are the two biggest counters BA has at the moment. Like, genuinely, this is one of the few matchups that I would say BA is at a big disadvantage. I have a big advantage over him. It's kind of similar to it's similar to how I get shit on by Hammer Merc. I just kind of counter him. That's kind of what my class is good at. You know what I mean? No, Elemental Sorcerer is terrible, Gomes. I gave up. The class is, like, genuinely just bad. It's not even worth playing. I tried. It is so unfun. It's not even worth. It's just not worth it. I can't dodge. Oh, I guess I'm dead. Oh, I should have horned. There he goes. Back to Narnia with him, I suppose. Wait. Is he stuck? I guess I'll put him out of his misery. That's, That's a new bug. I've never seen that. Okay. Alright, well. Yeah, I've never seen that before. No, he was healing and I hooked him and then he got stuck in the wall. That should probably get reported as a bug. Yeah, that 100% is, yeah, there's something, that's definitely not intended. Also, rip this legendary rogue. Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer, they say. Watch all the time, let me throw you a Prime sub. Oh, I appreciate it, Brownies. Appreciate the sub. Definitely won't say no to that. Oh, I caught the breakaway. So what happened against that legendary rogue, he dodged, but he didn't dodge far enough away. He should have dodged through me, but he dodged kind of to the side right into my range, so he didn't get another breakaway, and I got a bunch of hits. No, if you waste your free breakaway, you get punished for it. You don't just get the breakaway again for free.
Blood of the fallen, proof of the victor. Your journey home begins
Lich,
with this.
do you know any way to beat Hammer Merc on Polearm and Shield? Is there some strategy that I'm just not aware of? Because I can't think of any feasible way to do it unless they're just not good at the game or ungeared. Have more potions and dodge well. I mean, yeah, the problem is everything they do stuns you. Like literally everything I do gets countered by Hammer Merc. I already have a video on this build. I made a video on this a few days ago. So let me see. Give you 1 second. 1 moment. Let me find it. I'll link it for you. Say it's literally everything is the same. Gear code, like it's talent, skills, gear, everything is there. I'll add it to YouTube as well, in case anybody wants to see it. Yeah. Lich, what do you think about a hammer? I'm sorry, not hammer, sorry. What do you think about a great sword polearm and shield hybrid? Do you think there's a hybrid available that allows you to have the polearm and shield for range, because against range classes this build is really strong, but still have a good enough greatsword to fight hammer merc? Maybe I take off the maybe I take off the Thorn Guide and I grab parry, but I don't know if that's worth it. I feel like greatsword, you want a lot of talents to make it work. And I feel like at that point, you're spreading yourself too thin because you only have 8 talents. Being a good WK can do whatever they want and it's strong. Honestly, true. I said something similar yesterday. What do you think about this? I said yesterday, Wither Knight has so many options. You can do virtually whatever you want and it's good. You can play any combination of every skill that you have access to. All 5 greatsword are all viable and strong. Which is rare, because most classes don't feel that way. And then Polearm and Shield is a little bit more limited, because I think Spear Barrage and Piercer are kind of memey. And Bulwark is kind of bad for solo. So, like, you're kind of limited here, but I think you can do almost whatever you want on Wither Knight, and it just generally feels good, I think. I still put it at 8. I still put Wither Knight at 8 here, because I still think other classes are generally stronger at what they do. But I think Wither Knight has a good chance of killing every class in the game. Wait, check Discord and see the boss? They attached to a greatsword? Wait, what do you mean, the boss? Yeah, I'll check Discord. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh, I see. Oh, where did you get this? So this is what it looks like, the breakthrough charge. Oh my god, yeah, look at that. Wait, look at that range. Look at that. Look at the blue. Holy shit. It extends 2 feet past the sword. Holy, no wonder I get hit by that shit all the time. I didn't realize how broken it was. Oh my god, no wonder. That's crazy. Holy shit, that's crazy. Spartan, I look at YouTube, yeah, I do. How's Maceer doing? Well, Lich might get mad at me for saying it. I think Seer is A tier. Because the only classes I consider B tier are Elemental Sorcerer and Hammer Merc, and I know for a fact that Melee Seer is better than both of those builds. So I would probably put it at the bottom of A. I think Wither Knight is stronger than Melee Seer at this point, no questions asked, but I do not think Melee Seer is B tier. I think it is at least the bottom of A. You think it's S tier? You think so? I think it's A. Minnie, I just wanted to swap it up, man. I've been playing so much Greatsword Wither Knight, I wanted to do some Polearm. You press one button and run it down, because good players just run away from super armor and go back and kill the seer when it's done. A good rogue can easily get away from seer super armor and then run in and kill you. A good rogue can, at least. You don't, there's a lot of rogues that don't really seem to know what they're doing that run around, but, yeah, a rogue that correctly outspaces a melee seer should win that fight. I would agree with that. Yeah, range seer is definitely S tier, but I think melee seer is worse than range. I promise you, I would rather fight pretty much any melee seer in the game than fight a good range seer. Truly, I would. I am so tired of fighting range seers that throw down towers, zone me out, and then if I get them low, they just instantly heal. That shit is so much more frustrating than running away from Seer's power armor or super armor for 8 seconds. I'd much rather do that. Alright, be back in one moment. You think the best melee seers are not using super armor? I'm not sure if I've fought any seers that didn't run super armor that I've had trouble against. You really think the non-super armor seer is strong? 'Cause I don't feel like it's all that great, personally. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of feel like I feel like super armor makes the build.
The disordered souls are spreading. Do not let them remain lost for too long, Guild Hunter.
It's underrated because you can stun leap 4 times in a row. Am I just out of the loop on super armor or non-super armor seer? Interesting. Well, I shouldn't be able to get comboed by melees here, because I always run resilience on my kits, so I don't get comboed. Stop the stun duration. Oh, that breakthrough range is crazy. Does he have the cooldown parry? I feel like he's getting the cooldowns faster than he's supposed to. Yeah, I wonder if he's running cooldown reduction. I don't know if I paid enough attention to what skills he's using, but yeah, he's definitely using those really fast. Yeah, 100, yeah, he has these fast. Dude, he has it back again? Holy shit, my guy. How many parries do you have? I might be dead, dude. Dude, he has a parry every 2 seconds. I've never fought a Wither Knight that parries this much. There's another parry. Got the horn. Yeah, this guy must have, something insane cooldown wise. The speed that he's gotten these is absurd. Like every 2 seconds he has another parry. It's so crazy. There's also another player nearby too, and he's probably gonna kill whoever one of us wins.
The barrier has been lifted. still faking this.
Thank you, dog. I appreciate the... Jesus, okay. We killed the infinite parry cooldown Wither Knight. Jesus, I swear he had a new parry every 4 seconds. That shit was that was so crazy. That is very hard to fight on Polearm and shield. Everything I do gets parried. No horns, so I'm probably gonna die here, but... Why does he have a shield? Did he activate the boss and then come over to PvP? I mean, we'll just fight him, I guess, but I'm probably gonna die. No horns, so...
Ring the chime. Don't keep our woodland friend waiting.
Yes! Yes! Oh my god, I had no horns, but I didn't think I was gonna win that. Oh, okay. Basically neutraled him to death there. Yeah, pretty much. By the way, did he activate that boss? Because he had a shield, which makes me think he activated that already. Yeah, neutrals as an auto attack. Honestly, it's one of, it's something I kind of underestimated. So basically, when you're attacking someone with your polearm, if they dodge and you happen to hit them again, they're going to take like 600 damage. It's one of the few things that this class actually does. Well, if your headshots, that is, you can do. 600 might be actually kind of overestimating. Let's call it 400 damage. But yeah, it does do pretty solid damage there. Yeah, he totally grabbed the boss shield and then ran away. He did. I think the javelin kick is overrated. I don't think it's that great. Jesus Christ. Well, this is gonna take a fat minute to kill this thing. Gonna tickle it to death. If I was on Rogue, this thing would have died 2 minutes ago. I swear. This takes so long on Wither Knight. Tried out mana version of Blasphemer where you ran stronger anti-heal and you can keep hitting them over and over. Yeah, I haven't tried that myself.
Guess you plan on staying, huh? Good luck to you then.
The pull of destiny is reconnected to you. Do not let these souls lose their way again.
How did I get that much money? Winning most of my PvP definitely helps. I also play the game a lot, mixture of both. WK build for Spear good? I mean, it's still good. It has the stun talent on it on the video, but honestly, I think the build is still strong. Like, okay, let me backtrack on what I said a little bit. Javelin stun is not bad. But I think this build is slightly better because you get 2 additional talents that I think outweigh what the stun talent is doing for you. That's kind of where I'm at. Also, a lot of good players run resilience and will hard counter your stun duration. Unless you have a really long distance to stun, which is easier said than done sometimes based on the area that you're in. Yeah, if the stun was not a talent, then there would not be, it wouldn't matter at that point, but yeah, it's hard. Oh, I think Greatsword and Polearm and Shield are both even. I think either one is viable and good and all that jazz. They're both strong in their own ways. Greatsword parry is really strong, especially in combination with some of your other talents. But Polearm is really good against range classes. One of the best outside of Rogue. Yeah. If my lobbies are ever filled with nothing but, you know, black arrows or something, this would be a good class to play. I'll just wait for that guy to come over here. Right now I'm just waiting for the event timer to end so I can collect the event currency. Hey, thank you Veen R for the sub. I appreciate you, man. Bro is lost.
Guild Hunter, it is almost at an end. completed their unfinished journey home. Thank you, Gilthunter.
This is no place to linger. Children miss the sun.
Dude, that merc just... I guess he just didn't see me. That was funny. Oh, bro needs some glasses, man. Guess I'll have to recommend him some brands. I cannot believe he didn't see me there. That was so funny. Paid actor for sure. What in the world? Yep, the reward is automatic. Even if you leave the game, you get the reward. Alright, let's go ahead and get out of here. Guys, going of an NPC is insane. But he, it was pretty comical though. Ciphers were only for the event time. I don't think they're even active anymore. Yeah, they don't drop in game yet either. I think that's one thing I could improve in my Polearm and shield fights is using my neutral attacks more often. Not only for energy gain, but just because it does like nice consistent damage while my stuff is on cooldown. WK is kind of becoming my favorite class. It's very versatile. I can play sword and shield, or Polearm and shield, or I can play greatsword, and they both feel viable and fun. So that's kind of nice.
Tide is coming. Time to go.
What's the most broken build? Shadow Strix is the most broken build for class. Yeah, just vendor them, Dot. There's no reason to save them. Oh, I don't play 3v3s. Yeah, I only play solos. I would probably play duos if it existed, though. I like duos. I did it in Dark and Darker. Yeah, something about trios just has never really been that fun to me. The only seer that I avoid fighting is range seer. I have no issue fighting melee seers. Or in any build or class that I play. But yeah, when I'm fighting a reverend seer, I have no issue just walking away. That's perfectly fine with me. you can't wait. Well, no. Reverence here is not the super armor. Reverence here is the range shear. Range shear is what's hard to fight. I can fight blasphemer shears. That's fine. But yeah, fighting range shears are a whole nother mess. Depends on the class as well. But my, some of my classes just, it feels really bad to fight them. Maybe it's just the elemental sorcerer still in my brain of watching them out-heal all my damage and then killing me anyway. Maybe that's part of it. So the other two talents, I would consider them flex talents. You can put them wherever you want and it's fine. I do the damage on execution, and then you can either grab magic resistance for sorcerers, or you can grab a great sword talent. It's whatever you want. There's really no right or wrong answer. Everything else for the core part of the build is accurate. No, elemental sorcerer is bad. I will not be playing it anymore. That was probably the most unfun hour I've had of playing this game. I can now see why nobody plays that class. It is not fun to play. I'm good. Stardust Sorcerer is good. I'm referring to Elemental Sorcerer. Elemental is like the fire, the lightning, stuff like that. Yeah, that's the build setup that I really don't think is too good at the moment. I guess he's not fighting me. If I'm third-partying two people and they're both low HP, I'm targeting the range here first every time. I almost... The only class that I prioritize over third-partying over range shear is Shadow Strix because of how they can run away. But if there's no Shadow Strix in the fight and it's just like range shear in any other class, 100% I'm always going for the range shear. You have too many heals, and I know how much of a pain it's going to be to fight you if I don't kill you before that happens. It takes so long to kill that thing. I'm the guy you hate? Yeah. Yeah, because I'm the one that hates you for playing range shear. Yes. Yeah, you got it. You figured it out. I don't want to get third party by that rogue, so. Wait, I beat you earlier, Jack? I helped you warm up for the legendary Polearm? Wait, Jack, what class were you? Who were you? I don't know which one. I don't know. I don't actually know how to emote. I think my emote button might be disabled. Oh god, I'm not ready for this. Oh, it's parry too. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Harry does pretty good against this. I think I'm dead anyway. There was a rogue about the third party, yes. I was dead no matter what. Yeah, Parry does pretty good against this. I'd rather play Greatsword against Parry Merc, I think. I guess that's another one of my harder matchups. It seems like it's kind of easy for him to parry most of my stuff. Yeah, I think, so yeah, I guess the hard matchups for me, I guess I would just chalk it up to Hammer Merc and Parry, or I'm sorry, yeah, Hammer Merc and Parry Merc seem to be my hardest matchups. Yeah, because I feel way more confident there if I'm playing Greatsword, I think. For sure. What if my legendary kit is in stock? Nope. Half of it's still out of stock. It's been out of stock since yesterday. Okay. Don't worry. One of these days I'll be able to use legendaries because the gear will actually be in stock. One of these days it'll work. May take a little bit, but... There's too much gold in the economy and nowhere near enough legendaries. That's the problem. It's the drop rates, I think. It's way easier to farm gold than it is to farm legendary gear. So it ends up resulting in legendaries just not being on the market for certain pieces. And I'm not sure if it's going to change. It's probably going to take a while. Maybe even closer to the end of White before the legendaries start becoming more readily available. Well, I don't mass craft legendaries because they're not worth it's not even worth it because it's random. Legendaries are cheap enough that they're not worth crafting because the only legendaries that are worth it are complete RNG, so I just stop. I don't even bother crafting. If the crafting was instant, I would use it, but I'm not gonna bother with the timer. It's kind of a weird spot for legendaries. They're not worth crafting because half the legendaries are bad, but the other legendaries that are good are never in stock. So it's kind of tough. Well, the problem is the devs have not incentivized crafting enough to do it. It's a you know, it's a crafting issue. Hey, thank you, Mr. Get Active, for the Prime sub. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. What legendaries do I need? I would have to check. I don't really know. It's 3 of them. I mean, it's half the kit is unusable. It's not even really worth looking into.
I hear them. The voices of the souls lost within the soul cocoons. Crying out for the path home. Go and liberate them.
Hard to master? I mean, the game itself is just hard to master. It is a high skill ceiling game. Every single class has like a skill ceiling to it. That's okay, Borson. I'm not worried about it. It's fine. Greatsword is fine against Hammermerk. That's not, yeah, that's not really much of an issue. The issue is Polearm trying to fight Hammermerks. Your damage is kind of low, and every time you try to do any kind of counterattack with super armor, you get stunned. So it's a little bit hard. Yeah, you're definitely better off playing Greatsword if you're seeing a lot of Hammermerk. And again, also, Greatsword is better against parry as well. Well, I don't extract every game. I did just die. So, keep that in mind. I did just die. Although it was a close fight. And he had legendary and I had purple, so I guess slight advantage, but I think I chalked that up to mostly a parry thing. He got quite a few decent hits off. I think against mercs that are running the shield dash, shield slam, I think I need to dodge. I think I need to wait for them to use the ability, and then dodge, and then immediately left click to try to like basically combo them and punish their attack. I think that's my best punish option for that. Greatsword is slightly difficult for the polearm. I've seen people kind of torn between both sides. Well, right now, yeah, the developers add purples to the store. They auto restock them. I'm not sure if they'd ever do it with gold or not. Honestly, with how often the gear sets are unusable, I almost wouldn't mind if legendaries were auto stocked at 7,000. So at the very, because I wouldn't mind spending 7k for a legendary. That's fine. I have the money. It's better than it being out of stock, so I can't use the kit at all. But yeah, I don't know. And then it could kind of, and then it's also a gold sink too. But I don't think the devs are planning to do that, so it won't matter. No, Polearm and Greatsword are pretty even. You can play either one and it's fine. Hey, thank you, Mr. Rantix, for the Prime, for this the tier 1 sub. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Well, I've already played all classes in the game. Yeah, I've done a guide on my channel for every class that currently is out. Glad you like the content, Antics. I appreciate you. Anyone got Sork? Well, Polearm and Shield Wither Knight is the best class to beat Sork because you have your shield charge super armor stuff, which is pretty strong. This class that I'm playing does better against range than melee. We kind of are playing an anti-range build, even though the meta is not really range, so this build might not really be the best to be playing at the moment. I think Greatsword is probably better to play overall. Not that we can't get kills on melee, and it definitely does work, but yeah, our matchup against BAs and Sorks in particular are very nice on this build. Golden combat bag? I've never had a golden combat bag, so I'm not really sure how to use it.
The Mist Lord rarely shows himself. Miss this chance and you'll regret it.
Yeah, in theory, it might be better to have some kind of hybrid build. It's hard because I feel like you miss out on a lot if you split your stuff out. Kind of nice having all the talents together for one of your primary weapons. I can beat melee Seer with this, yeah. Hardest matchups for me are Hammer Merc and Parry Merc, I think. I'm not sure if there is a harder matchup than Hammer Merc.
Ring the chimes. Don't keep our woodling friend waiting.
I guess this guy is gonna kill me to... He's gonna kill me even though this ranger's actively shooting him, I guess. Alright, I see how this is gonna go. Oh yeah, I see. Makes sense. Okay. Well, I've tried hybrid before, but it just kind of feels like you're playing both builds, but worse. Oh, that tower is kind of his. So, not much I can do about that one. I'm not gonna climb up that ladder and take 1,000,000 damage. Polearm? Yeah, that's easier said than done. Not quite that easy. Can't just magically get him to show himself enough to pull him. Yes, please, Mr. Ranger. Why don't you just stand still in range, in pulling range, so I can kill you? Yes, of course, of course. Of course! Yes. Alright, I guess we'll just leave the area. If he wants to camp there for 20 minutes, he can be my guest.
How much is enough? You might end up losing everything.
Wait till the BA gets bored, pretty much. Screw it, I'll just go to the altar. Need one more egg, though. There's no more eggs on the map. I guess we'll just have to fight over it. But yeah, I've tried hybrid before, and it feels like you just kind of do both builds, but they're just strictly worse than each other. Kind of feels better to be all in on one or the other. Ranger's still camping that tower, so you can have fun with that, I suppose. No, he saw me and got real excited. You see how quick he stopped shutting that door? I was mid pressing C. This Wither Knight's gonna get me killed by ignoring this ranger that's nearby. I can feel it. Like, he is still attacked. The ranger's just sitting here hitting us, and he just doesn't give a shit. I swear, this guy will not rest until I'm dead. Look at this. I guess I'm probably dying this game because I can't beat the ranger and the Wither Knight that is actively just trying to kill me. So, yeah.
Blood of the fallen, proof of the victor. Your journey home begins with
Great, now I'm bleeding. Bleeding against a Wither Knight of all things. Great. This Wither Knight is actively griefing me. I swear he is. He is attacking me while the ranger shoots at us. I don't even understand this logic. I genuinely do not understand. gonna bring the fight over to that altar and see if I can get more people in the mix, so I'm not just getting like attacked by 2 people.
Don't get too comfortable, Guild Hunter. The Guilty Mist is coming for you.
No way. Oh my god. Did I get it? It's gonna be so bad. I got it. Oh my god.
Hold this ground until the ritual is
No
complete.
way. Oh my god. I love that this works. I cannot believe I got this. That Wither Knight is fuming. He is probably punching the air right now. I stole that with 8 seconds remaining because some other Wither Knight came over that wasn't even part of this, like, group. Stopped him from opening that door. I'll kill the Ranger? Hell no. That Wither Knight's been griefing me for 10 minutes. Hell no. I hate that. I'd rather kill the Wither Knight than the Ranger. Dude is a freaking dickhead. He's been attacking me through the Ranger for so long. Yeah, screw that. We gotta go anyway. We got 3 minutes left. I have no soul threads. No, the Wither Knight was actively attacking me while the Ranger was shooting at both of us for like 10 minutes. That dude was actively being annoying, yeah. I would rather kill the Wither Knight than the Ranger.
Final warning. If you want to live, find an
Well, at least if I
extraction
die, I got the event currency out of it. I guess that's a win. Not sure if I can get out of this game alive. I do have 3 horns though, so it's possible. Smuggler? Oh, it's too late. I didn't see the smuggler on the map. That would have been smarter. Yeah, I didn't realize it was on the map. Someone before told me that the event never spawned smuggler. I guess that person was wrong. Oh well. Too late. I'm already across the map now.
See those shiny butterflies? Follow them.
Dude, where did everybody go? I'm so confused. There were 2 purple Wither Knights, a blue Wither Knight, and a BA, and none of them are taking the sector. How's that even possible? I gotta spectate. So surely someone's still in here.
Too slow, you poor soul. No one's coming.
I guess everybody's dead. Weird. What's better versus Shadow Strix? I don't know. I'm not really sure. I think Greatsword and Polearm probably have a similar chance against Shadow Strix. That was a interesting game, to say the least. Well, the blue WK was just... There was nothing I could really do, because the Ranger was sitting there hitting me, and the WK just was ignoring the Ranger, and just... I mean, there was... I don't know if I could have done anything different. Yeah, I'm wondering if there's anything I can do for my greatsword to make it feel better against some of these matchups. Not really sure what I could change though. The Thorn Crab hasn't even been that useful in these games. I could consider swapping it out. Hi, Sport. Welcome, welcome. How did I reach 1.5 mil? By having a 80% plus extraction rate and a 6 KD would probably be part of it. And that doesn't even include my rogue, which is free farms. My rogue is like a 10 KD. You know, probably something about that, I would assume. Rogue is basically free in solos if you can play the class well. You are the lobby admin, pretty much. Do whatever you want. How many hours with the playtest? Probably 500. Something like that. Well, that's how the lobby admin dies. Other lobby admins join the fray, you know? What do you mean execute on Wither? I do execute on Wither. I don't create builds on... Oh, do you mean you mean sites in general? Because I don't have a website for my own builds. All my builds are on my YouTube channel. You mean just the general build creation? Like the blank slate? I use Guildforge. Almost killed him. I think he double horned. You don't need to execute against mobs. I mean, you can, but the damage isn't that much higher. The execute is more just for PvP. Your DPS is just so slow against mobs, I just don't really care that much. It's just extra work. It's just as fast to just neutral them down. It's completely unnecessary.
The Mistfall
He's used all
red
3 horns,
shows.
so he's completely out now.
Miss this chance and you'll regret it.
Took a while. Got him. Had to drain all of his resources to kill him, but we got him. Notorious, what are you asking me out on a date? That's crazy. Interesting, interesting. It's a bold play. Bold play. Let's see how that pans out. My guy just gave up mid-fight. Oh. He is, This is the hardest matchup in the game for me, even though he's in greens because of the stun. Oh. See you later, I guess.
Hurry up and ring it. Take your junk over here.
Looks like he got a seer to him. Bro, you? What are you doing? What do you think this is? Oh, that's not the right call. God, even green hammer is hard to fight. It's so funny. This is so funny. My absolute hard counter. There's nothing I can do against this build. I actually am probably gonna die to this guy. I cannot beat hammer mercs on this kit. I either get stunned or they super armor my attacks. No, this is the hardest matchup for Polearm and shield. It is almost impossible for me to beat a hammer merc. I might beat him just because he's low gear and clearly new, but even with that in mind, it's still it's still so hard, dude. Yeah, I'm probably just dead. Yeah. Every single melee beats hammer merc except for this one. That's so funny. I can't even beat a green hammer merc on this build. All right, well, great sword it is. I can't attack him. Every time I attack, I get stunned. There's nothing I can do. It's a hard counter. You just kind of have to hope that you don't see hammer mercs. It's the only melee class that gets hard countered. Melee, like, hammer merc is bad against everything else, but it's, like, super insane against that build. No, hammer merc is fine on other classes, but I cannot fight it on, I can't fight it on Polearm and shield. Because my entire build is around super armor, and every time I hit him, I get stunned, and then I just get chain comboed. There's nothing you can do as greatsword, or as Polearm against hammer. It's just a hard counter. It's rock, paper, scissors. It is what it is. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to play Greatsword because Hammer Merc actually just deletes me. Unlucky. I wanted to play Polearm today too, but surely it's just not meant to be. Oh well. Can't even beat a green freaking Merc. So crazy. Crazy, crazy, I tell ya. Let's do the delayed explosion again. Let's try that out. I was having fun with that the other day. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. You don't see Hammer Mercs in lobbies very much. It's so rare to see them that I usually don't even have an issue. But yeah, if they do happen to be in my lobbies, I am basically dead. It is just the downside of that build, unfortunately. It just is what it is. You have to be playing sword if you want to be able to beat them. Unlucky for me. Well, for Greatsword, I need my parry, man. Without parry, fighting that's just so much harder. Maybe the neutral would have been better, perhaps, but I have 0 talents for my Greatsword. It would have been, I mean, I guess it's better, but not by much. My build just wasn't made to fight Hammer. It's just one of those things where I'm just kind of playing a class that if I happen to fight Hammer, it just loses. I mean, it's fine. Just play Greatsword. It's not a huge deal. Like, both builds are equally as good anyway. Your hard matchups are just different depending on what you're playing. Like, that Polearm and Shield build is way better against Black Arrows. But, you know, it's a trade-off. If I was playing 2 skill instead of 3 skill, I probably could beat him, because I would always have parry on my sword. And if I have Greatsword with parry, I'm not really scared of that. But yeah, the neutral might have honestly won that. It sucks because I had 0 talents for it, so I really didn't have much going for me there. No, I don't miss Dark and Darker at all. I'm actually pretty happy that I'm done with that game. That was a funny little fight. GG. Did not expect the WK to be sitting in the corner in here. Thought it was going to be a rogue or something. Why don't I run grab? Because Breakthrough Charge has a hilariously long hitbox, and it hits people way more than it should. Even if the hit reg is terrible, the Breakthrough Charge is just... It's so easy to hit people with the stab, because it's hard to react to it. I'm having way more luck, or I'm having way more, you know, good fights with this build. Not too sure about the choice of running the delayed explosion over the raw damage. I think the raw damage is just better for Wither Knight fights. Hey, Shogun, I'm glad you like the content. I appreciate you. Prime? I don't know. Whatever the delayed wither explosion is. I don't know the names of the talents. There's only one talent that causes delayed wither explosion, so whatever that one is. Well, the delayed explosion isn't about the damage. It basically, it ends up stunning them during a melee fight, which is what kind of screws them over. Does less damage, but for PvP it's nice. It's horrible for PvE. It is, like, you're trolling if you take it for, like, bossing or something. It does nothing. But yeah, it has some use for PvP. Yeah, it basically acts as a guaranteed combo starter. Or it forces dodges out of the enemy player as well. Both of them can be good. By the way, guys, I will be off stream pretty soon. This was only planned to be a short stream. I'll be back tomorrow. So, just FYI. Dude, the ball. Why is it chasing me so far? Oh my god. That thing is crazy. Yeah, really today was just supposed to be a very short sorcerer stream, but I didn't expect it to be that bad. Like I knew I knew Elemental Sork like wasn't great. I didn't expect it to feel that underwhelming though. So, you know, just kind of is what it is. No interest in Dustblood because it's on the Switch. I don't care about the Switch. If it was PC, maybe. I don't really see how I can take any PvP game seriously being on the Switch exclusively. Seems like a very silly, and I don't know. This seems weird to me. It could be the best game in the world, but it won't matter. Oh, my retribution got stunned. Yeah, that's unfortunate for a moment there. We're all good. I don't know if Shadowtrix is even planned to get a nerf this week. Who knows? I hope they do. God knows they need it. I hope they remove all super armor from that class. I think that would be a good step in the right direction. I think this guy is baiting people. This guy is very specifically running full purple and using the blue gear to make himself look less geared. I don't know why people are doing that, but 100% that's what he's doing. It's very, very specific. Kind of weird. I guess it would make for a funny video idea. No, I don't think that's gonna modify the matchmaking. I think he's just trying to bait people. No, I think it's a cosmetic thing. I think he's using the armor to make himself look blue while having the power level of basically purple gear. So this kid is mostly purples, but he looks full blue. I think that's what he's trying to do. Basically, some kind of bait. It's kind of a funny thing, but I don't know what real purpose it serves. People did do that in Dark and Darker. I did it myself for a while. I would run gear that looks like Squire, but I'd be in full legendaries, and people would underestimate me.
Can't approve of your deeds as a hero. I shall take you home. Ready to leave? What I need.
Well, it's hard to imagine a Switch game having better PvP than a game on PC. I just feel like the Switch isn't really made for PvP games, especially the audience. I'd be surprised if the game did well. I'm sure it'll have some initial players, but longevity-wise, you're alienating most players. Not everybody owns a Switch 2 to play Dustbloods, so you're alienating PlayStation, Xbox, PC. But it's hard to imagine there's a whole lot of, you know. I don't think it's a budget thing. I think people are trying to deceptively look less geared than they are. Because you're think of it this way, you're not missing on that much stats. You're only missing out on, I mean, not much, like 2 or 3 affixes. You just change the head, the chest, and the legs, and you make them blue, and then all of a sudden it looks like you're in blues, but I'm really full purple. Like a deception build or something. I don't think having console exclusives is the way to get people to come to your console. I feel like that's very anti-consumer, personally. Although it is Nintendo we're talking about, so no real surprise there, I would say. I mean, their entire model is basically exclusivity, so I guess that's kind of already what they're doing, regardless. Someone asked for talents. This is what I'm running right now. Fairy, Bad Karma, Crime, Great Sword, Long Range, Whiplash, and Cataclysm. I was kind of debating on the Super Armor or the Wither Execution. I'm going to use the Wither Execution, though. Yeah, I don't think it's ever the right call to have exclusivity like that. I think it just makes it a worse experience for everybody involved, you know? It's kind of lame. I definitely don't really support that kind of thing. Kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. Elemental Sork is strong? No. I tried it earlier during stream, and I'm gonna be honest, it was miserable. I would not recommend it to a single person. If you really want to play Sorcerer, play Stardust. Don't play Elemental. It's legitimately just not fun to play. I'm all for playing some off-meta stuff to have fun, if you want, but I don't know, man. I just don't know if I can recommend Stardust or Elemental. I just don't think it just doesn't feel good to play, you know? No, I'm not really a big fan of trios. However, once Stardust Sorcerer is nerfed, I may do some more trios with Lich, because I did tell him that I would. I'm just kind of waiting for the game to be a little bit more balanced, and we'll try again. I'll be honest, the Stardust Sorcerer trio meta just feels really stupid to me. It's like, it's not even fun. Willing to try again, but not, you know, not until the next balance patch. Thank you for clipping that sketch. I appreciate you. Yeah, again, I am probably going to be off after... Well, I'm waiting for a text back to confirm But it might be after this game, depending on how that goes. I think I'm supposed to meet up with my dad for a bit. As long as that still happens. Oh. What? Why would you do that? You do. Bro really saw my parry and said, you know what I need to do? Hit his parry. That's the play. Yes, yes, of course. The ultimate play. All the mobs. Oh yes, Wither Knight, yes! Come to my aid! Kill the stinky black arrow, yes, thank you, thank you. Okay. Wither Knight doing some useful things, huh? Alright, I got my own bodyguard now, I guess. I guess I'll let them go. Alright. Thanks. Greatsword Wither Knight really is just fun to play, man. It's just enjoyable. I like the Polearm too. It just sucks getting hard countered by Hammer Merc. Yeah, a good old legendary Shadow Strix kit is always a nice feeling to get out of a game. For sure. I wonder where those guys went. Oh. I tried to dodge that too. I knew he was gonna try to do something cheeky there. I was trying to dodge it. I just failed. Oh, we killed the ranger. Oh my god, why does he have a full blue kit and then gray boots? He was cheapo on his kicks. Oh. The road here. Alright. Yeah, the main reason this build does well against Hammer, part of it is the parry, yeah. No idea where this rogue is.
The barrier has been lifted.
No, the gear probably broke when he died. As long as you go into a match with it working, the stats should work fine. Yeah, his gear probably just coincidentally all broke just then, I'd assume. You were the Hammer Merc? Oh. Yeah, it's okay, man. You, my build just can't really beat yours since this is what it is. I tried, man. Every time I tried to hit you, I kept getting stunned. Yeah, you made me swap builds though, so hope you're happy. Maybe swap back the greatsword. Yeah, every time I tried to hit you, I just was getting chain stunned. There was nothing I could do. It was so tough. Yeah, it's alright though. Even with resilience, I still couldn't get out of it.
Ring the chime. Don't keep our children waiting.
Could have done the right click. Oh, I hit the mob. Oh, that guy's lucky. He's mid-healing, too. Alright, GG. Yeah, the mob ate my javelin. Honestly, the purple chest, I thought he was full purple. I didn't realize he was full blue.
The tide is coming. It's time to
How
go.
much sweat do you have to put into this daily? For what? Like to be like top? Like a good top player? A lot. A lot of time. I run 4 resilience, but really you want 5. I just go 4 for the bare minimum to have the damage resistance and the slight, you know, decrease in crowd control effects. Heavy after breakthrough if it hits only the second one? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean by that. You mean after the 3rd hit? Well, I always do one of the left or right. If you miss the stab? Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, I might neglect that a little bit. Yeah, this game has a pretty high skill ceiling, man. I think people definitely underestimate how much time it's gonna take to get good at a game like this. 100%. Guys, give me one moment. I'll be right back. Notorious, I'll specify. So the reason that Greatsword is better against Hammer than Polearm is because Polearm is basically reliant on your super armor attacks. So everything I do with Polearm and Shield gets me stunned against another Hammer player. So I really can't even play the game. Like, it is just a bad matchup for me. So with that said, you know, if there's hammers in my games, I kind of have to play Greatsword unless I just want to lose for free against those players. Kind of is what it is. I do think Polearm and Shield is good. I think it's strong. But, you know, if, you know, it's just rock, paper, scissors, I guess. It's very hard to win that. I mean, technically you can kill them. I won't say it's impossible, but it's very hard. So do you play if you're not good at dodging or timing? Maybe Merc? Maybe? I think Merc, Wither Knight, or Shadow Strix are all good choices of classes to play, personally. I think you can play any of those and you're, like, perfectly good. Really can't go wrong either way. Hybrid might be a good choice. I need to do more testing on it at some point. It's possible that that might be okay. I kind of prefer going one way or the other. But, you know, there could be some merit to both. I mean, I think Shadow Strix is the best class. I don't think there's any question about it. I'm curious really fast. There was a kit that I made yesterday, and I was gonna play Shadow. But I couldn't get the kit that I wanted. Just curious if it's available. Nope. The bracers are out of stock. Tragic. Yeah. Rip. One of these days. Holy item? What do you mean what to do? Just use it. Take it into a match and use it. That's what they're for. That's what they're made for, at least. There ain't no other use for them. Besides rotting in your stash. Pretty sure any holy that you get, unless you need the money, you might as well just put it on your pedestal. You might as well. Honestly, I kind of wish, just for fun, I put my Gem of the Gods on there, and then I just bought my own for the thing. Why not? Might as well. You can get those serpents from the event too. This is the only thing I believe that stays consistent between wipes. I know they said the collection pedestal will not reset. Sorry, I'm just figuring out my plans before I get off. Alright, this is gonna have to be my last game, guys. I'm gonna have to make this a quick one. As soon as I'm done here, I gotta go. So, we'll do this quick. You know what? I'm not even gonna loot. We'll just go PvP somebody. And then if I die, I can just end stream. Collection, it's just for show off, yeah. Just to show shit off. Cheesy that you can hit through walls like that. Oh my god, my attacks are going through him. I might actually die to this guy. Well, at least if I die, then I have an excuse to finish the game early. Never mind. Never mind, okay. I was gonna say, maybe that'll be my excuse to leave right now, but now I can't. Now I have to keep going. How new player friendly is this? I honestly think it's pretty new player friendly if you compare it to like something like Dark and Darker, but if you compare it to something like Arc Raiders, it's pretty tough. There's a hammer dude in here. Oh, I might have got a little greedy. A little greedy pushing into this little ass space against a hammer merc, but it's fine. No problem. Don't even worry about it. It's all good. The greed is insane. Should never. You should never push a hammer merc in a spot like that. You need to be in the open so you can avoid their hits. Like the worst possible thing you can do.
The Mistfall red shows. Miss this chance, you'll regret it.
Yeah, PvE on this class is pretty nice, 100%. Spooky, why do you always have hot takes whenever you join my chat? every time. Always something. I mean, WK is good now. I would agree that it's at least A tier. But I don't know if I call it shamelessly broken. There's a bug where if you grab a mob with the grab, it stands there and does nothing. Wait, really? Oh, that's funny. I didn't know that. Alright, I need to go take the soul boat so I can get off and get ready to go. So I'll just preemptively say, thank you guys for joining my short Sunday stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe we'll do another fight before I go if this guy wants to fight.
Hurry up and ring it. Take your
The
junk.
hammer merc? Oh, alright, hold up. Let's go. Let's fight this guy first. Where'd the javelin go? Whiff. It's just straight whiff. Did I not hear me? I was gonna say, bro, I've been behind you for a minute. Alright, now we can leave the game, I guess. Did not drop that purple. Alright. Let's go. I think Ranged Priest is really good. I will probably play it again, maybe after the next patch. Let me see what changes happen, and we'll reevaluate kind of the meta, so to speak. The cooldown build with Radiant spam, I have not tried that yet. Does Radiant just have a really short cooldown? Because it usually has a 10-second cooldown. I'm not sure what you get it down to.
Ready to leave? Give me what I need.
Alright. Thank you guys for watching the stream. I hope you have a good Sunday. I'm off to go take a little bit of a break from streaming. And I'm gonna head out and touch some grass. Appreciate you all, and I will see you guys in the next stream. If you're on YouTube, if you don't mind liking the video before you go, I'd appreciate it. It helps the VOD. Thanks in advance. If you're on Twitch, drop a follow. And I will see you tomorrow. And we'll kind of go from there. Later, guys.